Hello and God bless you, Kings and family. I have a prophetic message that the Lord gave me in a dream on February 21st, and I'll be reading it as I wrote it down with the message and the scriptures, but I will not be sharing the dream. Be careful to follow every command I am giving you today so that you may live and increase and may enter and possess the land the Lord promised on oath to your ancestors. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way to the wilderness these 40 years to humble and test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commandments. He humbled you, causing you to hunger and feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothes did not wear out, your feet did not swell during those 40 years. Know then that in your heart that a man disciples his son, so the Lord your God disciples you. Genesis 19:15-26. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished." When he hesitated, the men grabbed his hand and the hands of his wife and his 2 daughters and led them to safety out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains or you'll be swept away." But Lot said to them, "No, my lords, please. Your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life, but I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me and I'll die. Look, here is the town near enough for me to run, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared." He said to him, "Very well, I will grant this request to you. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it." By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all of those living in the cities and the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. The message: you have already been humbled and refined. Now you are being put on a fast track to whatever God has called you to. The Lord has remembered you, so don't forget him. God has sent angelic assistance to get you out. Don't go back. God is no respecter of persons, so what he does for one, he'll do for another. So in reality, it's not that we can't take them with us, it's that they didn't want to come. They chose not to follow God and instead follow their own path, and it seems like you're leaving them, but they chose not to go. You chose to follow God, and they chose to follow the world. It's like children who run away from home thinking that life is better on the streets with no guidance until they see how crazy it is without their parents. Then they come back to their senses and see that life wasn't really that hard at home. But unfortunately, some never make it back home. Which one will you be? All we can do as family members and friends is pray that they come or come back home to Jesus.